Hi, it's Jen Cudmore, and I want to talk to you about a new course that I've got coming up. It's called the Unique Success DNA course, and it's a carefully crafted course to take you through the steps you need to move to a sort of a new level of success. I call it to have a paradigm shift in your success. So the course is not just informational, it's transformational, and we use different alignment techniques as well as business kinesiology to sort of help shift some of those blocks that are kind of deep within us that we don't even know that are there. So there's 6 modules, and I'm going to go through some of them, and I'm going to probably refer to my notes because there's so much material in the course. I want to make sure it's properly communicated what's going to be covered. So first of all, we're going to start with your unique success brand. Now, essentially, that's your personal brand archetypes. And when you know what your personal brand archetypes, it's really easy to pinpoint your opportunities and create your best business design. So in that module, you're going to be creating marketing templates and different blueprints and getting a lot of clarity around your unique success. As part of that module 2, we're going to be doing some techniques to clear some of the imprints that you may have in your nervous system based on some bad experiences in the past with business. So when these are sitting in our system, they will automatically wire us to play small. So part of knowing what your unique success is, also being able to step up and kind of play that game. So that's the first module. So the second module, we're going to be looking at your money archetypes. Now there's 3 money archetypes, and they pop up like puppets at different times, and they can really throw you off. So we're going to be going through these 3 money archetypes and finding out what your best wealth pathways are, and also how you best add value to your clients. As part of that module, we're also going to be clearing money blocks. So no matter what your income level is, everybody has money blocks. So we're going to find what your money story is, and we're going to shift you to a new paradigm around how you think about money and also almost like what money thinks of you. So we're going to be doing almost like a healing on that energy of money. So the third module that we'll be going into will be your unique niche and leadership. Now, niche is no longer a market. So the new, sort of innovative entrepreneurs have really discovered that really niche is about your deeper work. What is the profound work that you do? So this module will be about discovering where you give the most benefit and where your results really are in the world. And what we'll be doing, once you align to that, then there's an endless possibility for how you can market that in different places you might not even have thought about marketing and people looking for that deeper work. What I love about niche, when you get niche right, when you're full alignment with this deeper work, you are a leader in your space, and you absolutely are beyond competition. And this is what we talk about, your blue ocean in business. It's just such a juicy place to be. So as part of that module, we're going to be clearing sabotages to your success. So it's part of keeping us safe. Our subconscious will create sabotage when it's afraid we're sort of moving into new territory. So we're going to pick up on some of those sabotages. And again, we're going to use the innovation of kinesiology to clear some of those sabotages from your nervous system. So you just feel a little bit more expansive and a little bit more willing to kind of step up and go into new territory, be a leader. So the 4th module is about your unique value. So what I love about this is when you're shifting paradigms to a greater success, it is completely up to you and only you as to who defines your value. Nobody else does. So we've got some great processes and strategies around making sure you are feeling invaluable in what you offer. And we're going to create a bit of stability around that. And it's perfect work for power and positioning in the marketplace. The next part of module 4 will be clearing your survival thinking. So if you've been through ups and downs in your market, or you've had cash flow problems, or you've just had a bit of effort trying to start up, you can set up this sort of fight flight mechanism in the brain, which makes it really hard to think differently, to think quantumly, to think about the paradigm shift that you could actually have. So your thinking becomes limited by certain parameters. So we're going to sweep some of that stuff up with the kinesiology, and we're going to clear some of that kind of pattern thinking. So you're a little bit more expansive, and you don't automatically trigger a kind of a mechanism in the body and the brain that will start you thinking smaller. So absolutely necessary if you're going to make a paradigm shift there. Okay, so module 5 is about your paradigm of success. So holding a new paradigm of success is an art. It's almost like a bubble. Anyone can just pop it at any point. And as you're blowing that bubble bigger and bigger, there's a way that you need to kind of create a bit of stability around that. And we've got some strategies to learn around that, and some techniques to kind of tap into on that, so that this big dream that you've got stays really strong and really powerful. So some of these mindset techniques are going to give you some clarity and stability about what you're creating for yourself in your world of business. And part of that module, we're going to do some very deep work, and it's something that I actually specialize in. And this is possibly why we call it the Unique Success DNA course. We're actually going to go and do some deep healing on some of the imprints that you may have in your DNA that perhaps you've inherited. It may have been from generations and generations ago, that's very unconsciously keeping you from really creating quantumly what you can have as a way of success in the world. So it's quite beautiful work, it's quite blessed work, and it's very deep work. So we're going to go and find out what are some of the generational programs that you could be running. So module 6 is about your success. I call it your success boundaries. So, we can take on dangerous mindsets like, oh, I love what I do, it's not about the money. Or a lot of us think we want to get bigger, but we don't really, because we're already working too hard. So this thinking is often unconscious, and it can really lead you to playing small. So we've got some techniques to find out actually what are you thinking around your boundaries, and have you put too small a boundary around yourself? So again, it's a paradigm shift. We're going to do some strategies around breaking through some of those boundaries that you may have set for yourself. And the second part of that module is clearing childhood wounding. So again, it's a very gentle part of the process. Some of us may have had terrible things happen when we were younger, others not so much. We may just have been spoiled or a little bit bored. And, a lot of our emotional software was kind of downloaded at that time. So we're going to go through and we're going to make sure that you've kind of got an upgraded software, and maybe there may be sort of some healing to do on some of those memories that feed a lot of your self-esteem and how you think about yourself, and particularly how you think about yourself in business. So those are the 6 modules. We also have a bonus module, and that's going to be a Q&A interactive session where you can bring your questions about marketing, strategy, any obstacles you may have, and we're going to use the kinesiology to get different clues and different understandings about what would be your best flow moving forward. So that's a special interactive session. So that's the course. If you're interested in finding out more, jump on the website, jencudmore.com.au. I'll put a link, hopefully I'm going to put a link with this video, and click on the link and apply, and it starts on the 9th of May. So jump in earlier and you might be able to pick up an early bird price. So this is divine. I can't wait to do this course, and I hope some of you are going to come on board and take yourself through this process, because there's lots of models for success out there, and I think this is a pretty good one to go through, because it's going to give you a paradigm shift that perhaps you may not get through another process. So love to see you there, and I look forward to seeing you at some point. Thank you.